Thanks for joining me for Tea and Poetry, and happy Christmas Eve if you celebrate that. I just love Christmas, and even though it's kind of a strange Christmas and I won't be able to be with my family this year, as so many of us are not, I still feel like it's a special time, no matter how you celebrate this holiday season. I came across a really interesting thing about Seamus Heaney that I didn't know, and that is that for many years he wrote Christmas cards. He wrote these beautiful cards and poems to his family and to his friends. So I want to read one that was kind of discovered a few years ago. This one's called Holly, and it's by Seamus Heaney. It rained when it should have snowed. When we went to gather holly, the ditches were swimming. We were wet to the knees. Our hands were all jags, and water ran up our sleeves. There should have been berries, but the sprigs we brought into the house gleamed like smashed bottle glass. Now here I am, in a room that is decked with the red-berried, waxy-leaved stuff, and I almost forget what it's like to be wet to the skin or longing for snow. I reach for a book like a doubter and want it to flare round my hand. A black letter bush, a glittering shield wall, cutting as holly and ice. I just love these. Do we have time? Maybe we have time for just maybe one more. There's one called Longing for Snow, but it's actually hard to find these. Don't know why. This one's called Christmas Eve. So this was also an unpublished poem of his. I'm going to try to make it bigger so I can read it. Okay, Christmas Eve. The bare bulb, a scatter of nails, shelved timber and glinting chisels. In a shed of corrugated iron, Eric Dawson stoops to his plane. At 5 o'clock on a Christmas Eve, carpenter's pencil next, the spoke shave, fret saw, auger, rasp, and awl. A rub with a rag of linseed oil. A mile away it was taking shape, the hulk of a toy battleship, as water buckets iced and frost hardened the quiet of roof and gatepost. Eric Dawson, where are you now? There were 15 years between us two. That night I strained for the unheard bells of a sleigh. Now I hear you pedal into our lane, get off at the gable, steady your Raleigh bike against the whitewash, stand to make sure the house is quiet, knock at the door, and hand your parcel to a peering woman. I suppose you thought I was never coming. All in the workshop of my thoughts and silent as the northern lights. Wow. What a gorgeous poem. This was one of his poems that he, as I said, that he used on his Christmas cards. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's Christmas Eve. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna finish my tea. And then I think I may switch to hot chocolate because it just feels like a hot chocolate time, Christmas Eve. Anyway, I wish you the happiest of holidays, and I also wish you better times in 2021. I'll be back with more tea and poetry in the meantime.